You must grease the machine regularly to keep it working efficiently. Regular greasing will also lengthen the machine's working life. The machine must be parked on safe and level ground. Ensure the ignition key is removed, the handbrake is fully applied, and the battery isolator key is removed. These checks make sure the machine cannot be started without your knowledge or consent. Remember, while greasing, the correct PPE must be worn. Ensure any spills are cleaned up and waste disposed of correctly. Use only the recommended type of grease, as stated in the manual. Greasing must be done with a grease gun. Normally, 2 strokes of the grease gun are sufficient. Stop greasing when fresh grease appears at the joint. The machine must always be greased after pressure washing or steam cleaning. Greasing should be carried out every 50 hours or once a week. All pivot pins will require greasing. Always check the manual for the correct grease points on your machine. Start with the stabilizer legs. Ensure all 3 pivot pins are greased. On new models, the stabilizer leg can be lowered, giving easier access to the bottom pivot pin. Grease the boom front pivots. Note that some machines have different pins to grease. Make sure you check the manual. The carriage pivot points are easily accessed. Work around the machine in a set pattern to ensure pins are not missed. The rear boom pivot pins are accessed inside the rear of the boom or chassis. Grease the lift and displacement rams. To access these safely, remove the jury strut located at the front of the chassis. Lift the boom to 20 to 30 degrees. Remove the keys and battery isolator and ensure the handbrake is applied. Access the machine from the offside rear. Have the jury strut and grease gun to hand. Insert the jury strut onto the lift ram from the side, keeping yourself from under the boom. Secure it with the strap. Grease the lift ram at both pivot pins, top and bottom, and grease the displacement ram. Remember to remove the jury strut before lowering the boom. 540-170 and 540-200 machines have extra greasing points. The 540-170 top extension ram has pivots that need greasing. Take care not to grease the bleed nipples on the top front of the ram. The 540-200 machine uses chain rollers and has additional grease points located top front of the boom and to the rear bottom of the boom. These are accessed when the boom is lifted. Ensure the jury strut is fitted. Please check the manual for all grease locations. Greasing underneath the machine needs extra care. Make sure the handbrake is applied and remove the ignition and battery isolator keys to ensure the machine cannot be started. Some machines may be fitted with prop shaft covers. These can be easily removed. The axle hubs need greasing top and bottom. Remember to replace the cover caps if fitted. If not sealed units, grease the axle UJ. The machine may need to be repositioned to access the grease point. The axle chassis pivots are located to the front and rear of each axle. On larger machines, the steering rams need greasing at both ends. Check the manual for all locations. Rule of thumb: if it pivots, it needs greasing. Do not grease the outside of the inner boom.